Coach Franco Says is a proud member of the Philippine Podcast Directory. Come check out the page on Facebook and listen to the amazing lineup of local podcasters this country has to offer.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. And today we have Alexis Lim. He's going to tell us his story. He's one of the best people I know when it comes to telling stories and taking photos. Um, uh, sa kanya namang gagaling mismo. And bro, take it away. I'm like, tell me your story. Like, what's the journey? How it all began?
So, ayun. So, guys, first, I am Alexis Lim.
Mm-hmm.
So, right now, I'm a travel and street photographer. Pero way back in college pa ako nag-start ng photography ko. It was because part ako ng college journal ko sa UST. Then, parang from there, parang course ko kasi nung college was accountancy. So, parang...
Accountancy!
Ang layo, di ba? So, parang... Ang dami din nagugulat na
Okay.
ako ngayon. Then, parang...
Tayo na yung accountancy. Yeah, sabi ko sa'yo, matalinong tao to eh. Okay. Accountancy and then?
Pero yun, hindi ko na pinursue yung accounting. Yeah, pero yun, so because of the journey, the org that I have in college, parang I was able to explore more of my creative side. Then, at the same time, since right now, very into social media ako, parang nagsimula din natin into college. Dahil around 2009, 2010, buhay na buhay yung Tumblr. That was the main social media platform back in 2010.
Teka lang, I have a question.
Like,
I have a question. Si Tumblr ba?
Sure,
Tumblr is a blog or is it like a photo dump place?
It's a microblogging siya.
Okay.
Parang before, it's just personal na parang sharing, typical blog.
Yeah.
Then ngayon, parang naging meme platform na siya. Sayang nga ang sad. Nung when they sold the platform to Yahoo.
Okay,
so parang nasira na yung image niya. Same with Instagram actually, nung simula na napunta kay Facebook. Very different na from before.
Mm-hmm.
So yun. So nung college, parang nandiyan yung Tumblr. So doon ako nag-share ng mga images ko that I take on the streets or from sa UST. Then, ayun na. Then after graduating college na accounting, parang nagpaalam ako sa friends kung pwede ko i-pursue yung gusto ko talaga. Then, they allowed me naman to pursue. So, I took up a 1-year diploma course in CSB, a photography diploma course.
Okay.
Then, ayun. Tapos, after that, doon ko nakilala yung Yabang Pinoy, wherein yun pa rin yung work ko until now. I am a social media manager for Yabang Pinoy. So, Yabang Pinoy is an all-local non-profit organization. So, we promote anything local. So, from music to products to ano pa ba, films, travel, so lahat, anything local. Then, ayun na, then noong 2014, na pumasok ako sa Yabang Pinoy, dun din dumating yung boom ng Instagram. So, from Tumblr to Instagram na ako na platform. Then at the same time, parang I was able to found Sino Pinas with 3 other creatives. Sino Carl, si John and Reniel. So, yun parang from there, parang yun doon nagtuloy-tuloy yung creative journey ko na from street photography. Ayun pala, kwento ko muna paano ako nag-street photographer.
Go.
So, way back in college kasi, the only place that I can shoot freely, yung street talaga. So, it started out as something na parang super scared ako. Like, my first ever photo walk, it started parang 50 people kami sa Quiapo, then takot ako ilabas yung camera ko. Then, ayun, now na parang I can do everything alone naman. So, yun yung pinaka naging journey ko with street photography. Then, with transition ko to Tumblr, to Instagram na naging travel photographer ako, it was all because of Sino Pinas. Na, to be honest, I'm not really a traveler, but because we have this platform wherein we share different images across the Philippines, parang nagkaroon ng urge or desire for me to travel na rin. Kasi doon nag-start yung pagiging travel. Then right now, if you see my branding on Instagram at Sinusiwan, parang it's hard for me to
differentiate
kung ano talaga ako, street or travel. So parang the only way I brand myself na lang is street and travel photographer. Pero yun nga, the way I approach travel photography din, parang kung paano ko yung na-approach yung street. So very similar lang din na parang story-centric siya na instead of just landscape ng travel photography, parang I make sure na merong tao na to add a story or emotion sa photograph. So, yun naging journey ko with photography. Then right now, yun nga, since before ECQ or this pandemic happened, parang sayang kasi ang dami ko nang magiging project sana, especially products naman. Yeah, yung parang lifestyle na doon na yung pupunta yung path ko from street and travel. Well, hindi naman papunta doon, pero to be, parang madadagdag. So I worked this brand nag-wash. Tapos parang we have this parang 6-month campaign na well, hindi na natuloy kasi nakat because of the
Oo.
pandemic. Ayun, so yun yung
So, okay.
pinaka-travel ko with street. Ay, yeah, pinaka-journey ko with street and travel photography.
Now, when it comes, what was the pivotal point na like? So we're gonna go a little bit back sa college days. Na para what was the
Yeah,
pivotal
go.
point wherein you finally made the decision to shift and go after your passion? Kasi that's the isa sa mga life
Yeah,
works yan di ba? Kasi you're learning something that is very sustainable, but at the same time you pursued,
true.
diba, you pursued something that you were passionate about. So how was the decision
Mhm.
making process leading to that decision, kumbaga?
Yeah, I think it was, well, definitely it was when I became part of our college paper.
Mm-hmm.
Pero mas na-intensify siya when I kind of failed a subject. So parang I was planning to transfer na talaga a course. Parang
Mm-hmm.
nagpaalam na ako, ganyan. But UST won't allow me to transfer. Parang kulang, puno na yung slots. So the
Okay.
only way for me is to finish my course. So parang yun na, I got delayed ng 1 term.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, pero yun, from there, parang nagawa ko pa rin naman yung duties ko as an accountancy student.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, same time, parang nandun na rin yung, mas na-balance screen time ko with my passion. So, doon na nagtuloy-tuloy. Tapos, parang right after graduating, parang sobrang saya ko na rin. Na parang, okay, yan na, magagawa ko na yung mga gusto ko gawin after. Buti na lang, super supportive yung parents ko, kung anong gusto ko gawin after college. Yun.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, surprising nga na parang dami din from my batch din na parang iba na rin yung ginagawa ngayon. Like, isa kong friend na kasabayan ko din na delay. He's a writer now sa GMA, tapos isa naman nagdi-DJ na sa Wish FM. So parang
Okay.
very, lumabas na yung passion right after college. So parang, I think nagiging ano na yung college, parang breeding ground or something ng passion ng mga tao. So yun.
So when it comes to that, since sabihin na natin, given the circumstances, you were like ahead of, it's either you were ahead of the curve or how do you think is the role of self-aware? Kasi ang laking self-awareness nun eh. Diba? You became self-aware early on that your passion was something that will carry you over through the years, and then you decided na it's gonna be the one thing that you want to pursue. So like how was the how was the self-awareness role in that process? And then papasok din siya dun sa next question ko na parang super supportive ng parents mo na pumayag sila ganun. Kasi it's not gonna be the typical parents' decision to be like, ayaw ba yung gusto mong gawin? Sige anak, gawin.
Ayun. Pero yeah, it was kind of hard simula kasi parang we are parang taught na, di ba, parang from the young age na parang, okay, kailangan meron tayong corporate job, kailangan ganito tayo, kailangan ganyan gawin. Parang it was a hard decision din on my side na parang, ano ba mangyari sa akin after? Pero saktong dumating, siguro nagkataon lang na parang merong mga enough support or parang projects or ganahin na para mapunta ako sa side na yon instead of pushing through with the accountancy. And yun nga, laking help ng social media na yon talaga. So super, yeah, yun. I think yun yung isang, ano na rin, nag-push sa akin to pursue the creative field. Yeah, then ayun nga, with income, in terms naman sa parents ko, parang, kasi ako lang yung only child ako, so
okay.
So support lang sila sa mga ganap ko in life naman.
So
yeah.
it's a mixture of it's a mixture of parental love and wala pala silang choice. Diba? Yung gusto ng anak natin. Okay, siya lang yung anak natin So pagdating doon, so now, for people that I talk to, when they made that decision, that was a decision that was based on self-awareness, and a huge chunk of the decision making was based on happiness. Because this was something that you were passionate about because it makes you happy, and then that's one part of the process. Now, can you tell us like the build up towards getting to the level that you are in right now? Because for sure you started somewhere, Diba? Everyone, this is what I share with everyone, even from my friends to my students. And they when they idolize people, or they like what they see on social media or in any outlets that they consume, parang sinasabi ko, no, everyone started at point zero. Diba? Everyone started at a point where and they didn't know anything, and then diba, there's a process. So ikaw, what was point zero leading to Alexis Lim now?
Ano ba? I think, well, pinaka-ano ko lang, sabi ko nga kanina, it's the social media na parang without, kasi sinuwerte lang talaga ako sa, like, from Tumblr to Instagram with the audience that na nakukuha ko. So with Tumblr, parang because siguro I got to meet not just yung platform but the people within the community ng Tumblr before. So parang they helped me in a way na parang to understand more the craft about photography. Kasi if na-stuck lang ako with the people around me sa college, parang I won't be able to grow na parang kasi lahat naman, syempre, if accountancy students mo nandun, parang lahat calculator lang, and all. So parang, I'm really grateful na may namit akong people outside of the classroom talaga. So, yun, parang, I started, well, nung high school pa lang kasi, trigger happy na ako with my first phone camera. Then I got my first DSLR. So parang simpleng pindot-pindot lang dito sa bahay. Then I went off the streets. Ngayon nga nakwento ko earlier was when I joined this photo walk. It's a worldwide photo walk na ginagawa around September yata yun. Then, parang 50 people pa kami noon. Then parang I got to meet creatives dun sa photo walk na yun. Tapos, hanggang sa nagkaroon na ulit ako ng ibang orgs na photography centered. So parang dun mas na-appreciate ko yung photography. Then, then parang it was actually yung pinaka naka-help then was actually last year lang when I pushed for this project na Project 1365 wherein I shot 365 days for the entire year. Parang one photo walk a day. So if naalala mo nag-shoot tayo sa Bacolod before, di ba? Parang I need to upload every day ng photographs. So parang actually before last year, parang akala ko alam ko na lahat ng kaya ko gawin. But because of my project last year, I was able to explore more the craft in terms of parang composition and picking the right subjects and finding stories. Tapos parang to really get out of my comfort zone, it was all because of my project last year. So parang, imagine nyo, parang more than 10 years bago ko kasi 2009 ako nag-start with photography talaga using a DSLR. So parang, 10 years bago ko parang nahanap yung pinaka voice ko in terms of photography. So yun. So
diba?
Parang,
grabe yun, ha?
Yeah.
Diba? It's like, and the main reason why I wanted to have you over is because I wanted to understand this whole photography realm. Diba? Because there are photographers, and then there are really next level photographers, and then there are photographers that shoot pictures. And then there are photographers that shoot stories. Diba? So pero like before we get into that, so decision making and then it led you to where you are right now. Early on, what were the earlier challenges that you faced? Like what was the thought process na para okay, what photos do I take? Did you go through a process of considering na nag-layout ka ba kagad? Did you lay down whatever it is that you wanted to shoot, or you just kept taking shots, like one shot after the other?
Well, parang as a first owner, parang yung first camera ko, parang the first thing I took, sabi nga ng friend ko, parang if you owned your first camera way back in 2009, 2010, first shot mo probably was a parang mirror shot of yourself sa bahay nyo. Okay. So yun yung karamihan na nakikita ko. So that was yun. Then parang after that, parang I just went out dito sa bahay namin, parang shoot lang ng random things because medyo introverted pa ako way back noon. So parang hindi pa ako outspoken, hindi ako masalita, and I'm too afraid to approach people when it comes to photography. And ang laking part noon sa street photography talaga to approach people kasi without you trying to communicate with them, parang wala lang unless your aim talaga is to capture candids. Pero yun, so yun nga, way back, parang yung naging struggle ko was to get the right subjects. So parang, yun nga, when na-expose ako sa street photography noon, parang game lang ako to shoot random street shots, parang naka-auto pa yung setting ko. Hindi ko pa alam actually yung manual setting. And yun nga, because of my org lang din, I was able to understand more my camera and different settings. Tapos, and again, because of Tumblr, I was able to practice portrait photography then. I was able to find models sa Tumblr noon na naging friends ko na din. So, parang naging street portrait ako before. Then, umabot pa ako sa time na parang I wanna pursue film because I kept on creating videos. If you don't know, I have this Vimeo page. You can check it out.
Sige, check ko nga yan.
Yeah,
may Vimeo page.
Kasi,
Alam mo, artist
so
na artist pag Vimeo di ba? Wala kang
Sobra.
Hindi ka active sa YouTube. Sa Vimeo ka.
Yeah. Yung nga lang yung downside lang with Vimeo, parang hindi siya as, pero parang na-realize ko na ang gastos pala ng film. And parang hindi siya as realistic or yun. Parang, ayoko naman magsabi ng ano, pero ayun. So,
okay lang yan!
Pinurso ko na yung photography. Hindi kasi magastos talaga.
Magastos.
So,
magastos naman talaga eh.
Yung fund. Parang yung months before ako nag-apply ako, parang nag-iisip na ako. Or parang, actually, I got the results na ng entrance exam if I passed both film and photography. Then, nag-decide na ako if photography or film. Buti may kasama ako. So, parang, sa kanya na ako nag-base ng result.
Okay.
Same with college din, kung ba't ako nag-accounting because of friends din naman.
Nabuyo. Madali pala mabuyo. Bubuyoin ko nga ito.
Ano. So, parang, yan. So, ayun. Then, ayun na. Yun na yung naging pinaka-struggle ko. Then, yun na. Parang recently lang. Yun, tas, ano ba? Ayun, nakwento rin kanina na napunta ako sa travel because of Sino Pinas. So, I wasn't really a traveler before Sino Pinas noong 2014. So, parang doon ko na na-push yung travel photography ko.
Nakakatuwa naman na tawag dito, the audience and the community that you were able to create sa Tumblr shifted as well when you shifted to Instagram. Di ba? Kasi, medyo mahirap gawin yun Kasi especially when people are so used to one platform. Tapos, well, it didn't help din naman that Tumblr became a meme page. So, and diba? And tapos syempre, things shifted well and things, that was about the time that Instagram kind of blew up, diba? Like yung mga early 2000s.
2013. Ganun.
And then from stage na tayo, how was the development of taking photos? Like initially, you were just taking snapshots. And then, what was the thought process now when it's time to tell yourself na, okay, I can actually create stories based on the photos that I take?
I think that's when parang na-experience ko yung travel na. Kasi if nasanay ako for the past ilang years before travel photography na parang, okay, I'll take this candid shots on the streets, approach people without even knowing them. Parang, I mean, parang, okay, yun lang. For a brief moment ko lang sila nakita or nakilala or nakausap. Pero with travel kasi, parang I was able to immerse myself with different people, different places, na parang, okay, mas naintindihan ko na yung life lalo. So parang so super thankful ako with travel photography because of that. Na, ayun, na hindi lang siya all about parang malaman ng story, but for yung experience talaga. So without the experience, parang I don't think you will be able to capture legit moments from sa photography mo. So yun.
And then the creation of Sino Pinas. Like tell us the story, like how Sino Pinas was created. Kasi ako fina-follow ko siya. Hindi ko alam na 4 na tao pala yun.
Ayun, so yung Sino Pinas naman, it was when, paano ba? Ayun, parang then we started this photo walk that I've organized with 3 other people na hindi pa yung Sino Pinas to So then, from there, parang I met this, one of the founders doon ko nakilala. Then nangyari, parang a few months later, yun na, naging friends na kami, ganyan. Then parang nagpunta kami sa gig ng friend namin sa QC. Tapos over beer, napag-usapan namin, why not create a photo walk na using mobile photography in Manila. Kasi parang very rare makakita ka ng photographer sa Manila using mobile photography. Lahat DSLR.
Yeah.
So parang ganun yung pinagagawa ng mga tao sa Manila. So yun na, parang inintroduce yung mobile photography sa photo walk sa Manila. So from there, parang kaming dalawa nag-usap noon na parang okay, sige, hatak ako ng isa, maghatak ka ng isa.
Okay.
So na may following. So yun na, parang from there, parang personal lang kami nagpo-post ng invite sa people, kaming apat, na okay, punta kayo sa event na to, ganyan. Then via chat lang namin napag-usapan kung ano yung mga event na si Manila, SI, meaning parang parang pinapakilala namin na tao yung lugar. Yeah, then Sino Pinas yung parang...
Ang galing kaya nun. Ako, galing kaya nun. Si Manila, si Benguet, si Cebu. Sabi ko, galing na ito mga to. Diba?
Yeah, so parang yun nga, parang gusto namin i-personify yung mga lugar na parang they have this personalities na wala sa ibang cities or provinces. So, yun yung pinaka-goal niya talaga. So, ayun na. Then, swerte na we were able to gather 70 plus people on our first event.
Okay.
Yeah, then without us having parang Sino Pinas page pa nun. Parang it's just our individual accounts. Tapos from there, we parang nagpa-contest kami, ganyan, para mag-boost pa yung hashtag. Then, nagulat kami na we ended the event with around 300 hashtags.
Wow.
So, around 300 entries yun for the contest. And we weren't planning talaga to continue Sino Pinas. Parang in case lang na magkaroon ng new event, parang papangalan namin si ganito, si place. So, parang wala lang. So, super random lang in case lang gusto namin ituloy. But, we saw a growth after a month namin na parang without us promoting talaga, we saw a surge na parang, ay, may nagtatag na si Holo, ay, Sulu, si Batanes. Okay. So, iba-ibang lugar na. Then, parang we ended the year at around, kasi November kami nag-organize na event. So, nag-end kami ng year with around 1,000 plus hashtags. Okay. Then, naggulat kami parang 5 months, 6 months later, naging 10,000 hashtags na. That's when we decided to create the account na Sino Pinas bago pa may makauna. Kasi parang, probably mga tao nagtataka, saan napupunta yung hashtag Sino Pinas sa photos, diba? So parang baliktad pala yung nangyari. We decided to continue. Yeah, super baliktad. So parang we weren't planning talaga for Sino Pinas to happen. Parang just because of the community who kept on tagging Sino Pinas. Kaya natuloy sa Sino Pinas. So yun na, then 6 months later, we got 10,000 hashtags. We created an event to celebrate that. So Siko Regidor. So it's our first photo walk outside Manila. Then for our anniversary, November yun, 2015, we brought 40 people to Mount Pulag. Tapos imagine non-hikers pa yung mga yun. So parang na-imagine namin na parang what are the possibilities pa. So we were able to explore different provinces pa with lots of people. Then, noong 2017 lalo, we created this SP Explore, wherein we, parang Sino Pinas gathering din siya, na slash tour na ginawa namin to different beach destinations all over Luzon. Okay. So yun na, then from there, parang we were able to create this community of people who were always joining us sa mga events. Then, ayun na, then we consider everyone who use our hashtag talaga a part of the community. So right now, I think 2 million na for hashtags.
Sobrang sikat na ng hashtag na
so super dami. And masaya naman kami na we never boosted anything. So very organic.
Yes.
Contributions ng mga tao. So yun.
Ang ganda.
Yun yung nag-story ni Sino Pinas.
Ang galing ng story ni Sito Panas ha. Fantastic yun ha.
Then sinuwerte lang siguro na 2014 was the time na parang surge yun ng travel talaga. Kasi before 2013, 2012, wala gana nagta-travel. Then around 2015, 2016, saktong tumaas na yung travel industry. Kaya sinuwerte kami that we were able to get brands then and to be able to create content for different brands. So, ayun. Kaya mas mingay sa Sino Pinas.
I mean, hearing this for the first time, fantastic yung nangyari. Parang reverse engineering. Parang the community was created and then the hashtag blew up. And then, gawa tayong page. Di ba? Kasi yung ginagawa ngayon, di ba? Yung ginagawa, kasi common practice now is you create the page to create awareness. Sa story ni Sino Pinas, awareness created the community and then the community led to the creation of the page. And it's unconventional and it's a success story. Nakakatuwa siya. And then from there,
Oo. Super happy din kami na super unexpected talaga.
mm,
Then right now, yun yung mga friends pa rin namin, dami pa rin naman nag-stick from those travels. So, they keep on supporting us. Then
mhm,
tomorrow, actually tonight, may re-release kami ng new content.
mm,
So, it's gonna be exciting. So, sabihin ko na rin,
mm.
tawag namin sa campaign is Kumusta Ka Pilipinas?
Wow, okay.
So these are created by parang content from different creators or
Mhm,
travelers that we tap and within our community. So it's a love letter to the Philippines. So parang ano yung
mhm.
na-miss nila with travel. So 100 liham para kay Pilipinas. So
Ang
parang ganun.
ganda, isang daang liham para. Teka lang ah.
Kasi kasama din sila
Ala,
Lucky.
alam mo,
Gumawa din sila
pwede
ng
kang
effort.
ano. Teka lang ah. So upon when this gets edited and uploaded, pwede mong gawin sideline ngayon. Ikaw yung ikaw yung ghostwriter ng love letters para sa mga yung mga gustong manligaw kasi alam mo yun, there's I like writing in English pero what people don't know pa is I also like writing in Tagalog kasi there's something romantic about Tagalog
Oo.
words eh. Di ba? Especially when you arrange
Yes.
Tagalog words. Isipin
Mm-hmm.
mo na lang, kamusta ka Pilipinas? Those are just three words, but those are three powerful words. Three powerful words that would definitely apply to what's happening right now. Tapos isang daang
Yeah.
liham para kay, ano? Ano yung isa? Isang daang liham para kay,
Well, it's connected naman. So,
oh,
yung Kumusta Ka Pilipinas, 100 liham para kay
o
Pilipinas. So,
yun, di
parang
ba? Parang ang ganda niya
sisimula na,
eh.
mahal kong Pilipinas. Diba?
Mhm.
Yung mga na-miss mo kay Philippines,
Hmm.
ganyan. Parang
Pwede yan
kinakamusta mo siya.
astig.
Yeah.
As in, ang ganda
Ayun.
niya eh. Ang ganda. Ang ganda I like the concept behind it. And for sure, it's gonna blow up. Ako, automatic supporter ako niyan. Automatic supporter ako niyan.
Ayan,
Diba?
may teaser kami tonight. So, yun.
Okay.
Then, tomorrow yung first post namin for that. So,
Mhm.
it's gonna be 90 days, 90 plus days.
Is it gonna be part
Or
of Sino Pinas or are you
100
gonna
days.
create
Yeah.
or is it gonna be a
No,
campaign of its own?
it's sa ano siya, sa Sinipinas.
Okay.
It's gonna
Okay.
be parang posted every 6 p.m. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Love it. Ayos yan. We will,
Yes.
I'll definitely look forward to it every 6 p.m. So it's gonna run for 90 days.
Yeah,
Mm.
100. So, yeah, 100.
100 days? Puta, grabe kayo. Alam mo, eto yun
Yeah.
when I learned of that, yung project mo na because Alexis and I did we worked together with Discover MNL during Bacolod. And then I saw how he was taking photos and then nasa van pa lang kami, nag-edit na siya dun sa van leading to the next destination. I was like, nung pinapanood ko, sabi ko, tang-ina to, ang sipag nito ah. So parang ako ngayon, okay. So wala akong excuse para hindi
Yeah, pero
mag-post araw-araw. Sabi ko, wala akong excuse. No, actually, nakita ko rin yan eh. Nakita ko rin yung change and yung shift on my social media pages kasi admittedly I only became active in social media like a few years ago. I was watching, I was observing. So kumbaga professional lurker ako. And then I just love studying human behavior kasi and the modes, the trends, what people are consuming. And then plain and simple, I was just lazy to post. And then I just saw people how kung gaano sila kasipag, tas nakilala ko kayo, nila Lucky. Sabi ko, tanga, sipag mag-post itong mga to ah. So parang, ba't hindi ko siya ginagawa? So then that's when
sipag din nila ako mag-post
oh,
very real time.
sipag. So I was like, okay. So it's not that I didn't have I was just making up excuses. I was just plain lazy. Then I just started that. When I saw, sayo ko sa page nyo, hindi nga sa Sino Pinas yun eh. Sa litrato ni Juan or sa Sino si Juan na page. Doon ko nakita yun, si 365 thingy. So
Project
I was like,
1365.
okay, let me try that. I'll post one a day. So I'll post one a day. Then I saw the change. It was like, wow. Sabi ko, then I realized, wow, okay, kaya ko naman pala mag-post every day. And then I said, let me take it a step further. Why don't I like tweak several things and then I'll try to post twice a day. Then that became the that became it was all about working. It was all about the discipline to actually what during the days na hindi ka ba, are there days that you feel like not posting, or are there days that you're in a slump or you're in a rut,
Sobra,
or diba,
like,
or you're like, oh,
nakapagod.
are there days that you just posted stuff because it was a requirement, or are there days that you take days off?
Ayan, so definitely, kailangan ko tapusin. Wala akong day na I need to take a break because parang I'm kinda defeating the purpose of the project na 365
Mm-hmm.
days. Because some people are using project 365 wherein parang it's all about posting lang, but
Mm.
photos were taken parang a few days before, then parang post
Mm.
later.
Yeah.
But I want it to be organic and legit na
Mm-hmm.
365 days. So the only in the only concern ko was getting sick talaga because the first part of the year
Mm-hmm.
around January 7, 8 nun,
Mm-hmm.
parang simula pa lang pero I got sick and it was the
Mm.
Nazareno time pa.
Yeah.
So parang kakayanin ko ba to? So
Mm.
parang doon pa lang ba mag-give up na ako, but I pushed nung time na yon. Buti naman hindi lumala yung lagnat ko noon. Kahit may sakit ako nung Nazareno, I was
Mm.
still able to push myself. So parang sabi ko, sige, kaya to.
Mm.
Then dumating times around October na parang or August muna na parang super tiring na, but once I saw na parang okay, 65 days na lang before mag-end yung
Mm.
project, then pababa na pababa, parang it makes me excited na parang to shoot pa. And yun nga, parang I was able, yung one thing na that I got out of it was to meet people sa streets na parang
Mm.
everyday ko pa rin nakikita until now. Na yun recently kasi nag-shoot ulit ako na parang ayun na I was able to meet random people na naging friends ko rin bigla sa street. Lalo na sa Binondo area because that's
Mm.
my place where I shoot talaga. So, ayun. Yun lang yung pinaka-struggle talaga. May times talaga na super tatamarin ka but
Mm.
you have to push talaga. I think every project naman or every scenario na parang kahit tamad ka, parang kailangan gawin mo pa rin just
Mm.
finish.
Kasi
Pero make sure na quality pa rin gagawin mo, di ba?
yeah, kasi yan yung that's I think there are people who are afraid to start, and then there are
Mm-hmm.
those, or I think para sa akin nga mas marami yung they will start, they will be enthusiastic, they're gonna be excited, and then halfway through yun na, reality will start hitting them, and then yung 3/4 the way or halfway through papunta sa 3/4 yan, medyo dun na nila na-realize na anong hirap pala nito or hassle pala to,
Totoo.
di ba?
Yes, yes.
Di ba na parang then they start questioning themselves, they start questioning their intentions na parang is it all worth it, is it do you think yun yung filter point, yun yung filter point for people who are doing it based on passion versus people who are doing it dahil gusto lang nilang makisabay?
Yeah, I think so. Parang
Mm.
daming gumagawa na rin, like especially for travel. Like parang
Mm.
dami ko rin napapansin na a lot of people are creating these pages, but I think it's for their purpose na parang okay, dahil trend to, gawin tayo.
Yeah.
Same with now, di ba? Parang yung mga
Mm.
iba-ibang ganap online lately. So
Yep.
parang, ayun, hindi talaga out of their passion. Parang, okay, biglang, naisip na gawin to. Pero kung passionate ka talaga with the craft that you have, parang you'll put extra effort no
Mhm.
matter how tired ka or gano'n ka kasakit na. Parang,
Mm.
sige, laban natin to kahit ano pa
Mm.
mangyari.
O yung Nazareno
Ayun.
mo, ako
Yeah.
pinapanood, tinitignan ko yung Instagram stories saka yung Instagram feed. I was like, wow, how is Alexis gonna attack this? Parang kasi
And,
like sige, pagkwentuhan natin si Nazareno. That was a huge event. 'Di ba? And how were you able to take those shots?
super.
Kasi super crowded. 'Di ba? How were you able
Mhm.
to choose a vantage point, 'di ba? Choose a vantage point, take shots, and then be mindful of your own safety because you are working inside the crowd.
Yeah, I think it's because of years na rin of
Mm.
practice and taking photographs ng Nazareno. Well, I think it was my third year last year of taking photos ng Nazareno. But the difference lang last year ba yung different? Yeah, last year ba? Hindi, this year pala yung nagbago ng route. Pero last year kasi parang yung recent years kasi they shifted ng area from Escolta to Dasmariñas. Well, parang parallel street lang din Escolta kasi very fragile na yung building sa Escolta. So but parang nga it was the same route na Jones Bridge. So I was able to position myself sa Jones Bridge, then position myself sa Dasmariñas. But of course, kahit alam ko na yung mga vantage points na maganda mag-shoot, parang you won't be able to predict the crowd talaga.
Yeah.
So parang, okay, makikisiksik ba ako dito? May lagnat na ako. Pero, pero sige, go lang.
And nakakatawa no? Papasok ba ako dyan? Nilalagnat na ako eh. Diba? Aakyat na lang ako doon.
Tapos may camera ka pa, di ba? So, ingat ka. Then at the same time, I was taking videos sa cellphone. So parang, okay, ano gagamitin ko? So, ayun. Pero, nakakatawa pa dito kaya ako nilagnat was because of a pre-Nazareno event. So it was, I think, Thursday kasi yung Nazareno event. Tuesday, nagkaroon ng pre-Nazareno event na parang it was a march of Black Nazarene figures along Quezon Boulevard.
Maliliit.
Then there's this, so parang this bridge na parang may mga nagbe-bless na father sa taas, mga pare. Then sa baba, yung mga Nazareno figures. So bine-bless nila. Then I positioned myself sa ilalim nun. So nababasa ako. Akala ko blessed ako nun. Then the next day,
binabasa ka, no?
Ulit this year.
So, blessings to, blessings. Puta, pagising mo, puta, madumi yung tubig, bro. Madumi yung tubig. Nagkasakit ako, madumi yung tubig.
Sobrang hirap na hirap ako nun.
Kasi ito lang yun, you work through it, di ba? Warrior mode ka nun, you work through it, you're sick, because the job had to be done. Di ba? The job had to be done. Kailangan may output.
Yeah, I mean, kahit it's just for personal, kasi I'm not working nun or any media-related outlet. So, parang I'm just doing it for myself talaga na parang, okay, kailangan ko pa rin ma-shoot to kasi I've been doing this for years na. So, ba't ko i-stop to, diba? Even this year, I pushed for it kahit, I think, ano ba nangyari? Kahit mahirap nun this year kasi Isko blocked lots of roads because of the changes din ng Nazareno route. Ba't nga ba nila binago yung route? Basta they changed the route ng Nazareno.
Kasi
I think it was because of the bridge.
Reasons,
integrity ng bridge kasi inayos nila yung bridge lately. So, they have to shift sa different route. So yun, then na-push ko pa rin this year. And I think it was the last major crowded event na napuntahan ko before the pandemic happened.
Tapos ano yun, tawag dito, this is another thing, like this is just right off what you previously said. This is another thing, another trait that is very common among really good creatives and high-level artists, yung mga ang tawag dito, from paid creatives to personal creativity or personal output, parang mas masaya sila with personal output. Diba? So what do you think is the reason behind that? Na parang you're creating something for a brand, you're creating something for a media outlet, or it's a paid creation, racket mo siya. Diba? Siyempre, you're gonna have to put your best output. Ibigay mo yung best output mo. Pero for some weird reason, parang ang hirap niya gawin versus you're just creating something for yourself and lumalabas mas maganda yung output mo doon. Diba?
Yeah, yun nga eh. So parang I think yun nga, sabi mo rin na parang you have to create the best out. Parang when you're working for a certain brand or a publication for this kind of documentations, parang you're forced, hindi naman forced, pero like you're aiming to produce the best output na parang if you're given lang, ako personally parang kung parang kailangan ko lang ganito lang number of amount of shots, parang may pa-pressure pa rin ako to even keep on shooting ng kahit sobrang dami shots just to satisfy. Ayoko naman kasi ma-disappoint yung person. But if I'm doing it for myself, parang very carefree ka na parang you won't have any difficulties na parang, okay, ito lang yung rules ko, ito yung ganyan ko. And at the same time, parang magugulat na ako with the output na kailangan ko. Siguro yun, the more of the surprise. Na parang kasi I never look at my photographs right after shooting. Parang after the walk na, doon ako nag-check ng photos ko. So, if yun nga, for a brand you're working, parang kailangan, okay, strict, kailangan tama to, sharp yung ganito. So yun, I think
Tapos,
more of the freedom that I have when creating
mhm.
content for myself.
That perfect. Ang ganda ng explanation na yun. And then, sige, ako, this is like a personal question. What goes through photo walks? Can you like give us like in your own words, what happens in a photo walk? Like for example, you all gather together and then you do binondo. Like take us through the process and what happens in those events. Photo walk. Kasi kahit ako, I see all of these things and it's happening all over. Pero like what happens in a photo walk? What do you guys look for? What do you guys shoot? Do you teach each other or do you just walk together and take photos?
Ayun, so parang it was, una lang ako na-expose sa photo walk when I was in college pa rin. 2009 yata. That was when may 50 people pa, then I'm too afraid pa to walk around with my camera. Tapos, na parang nangyari nun kasi was just parang taking photographs kung ano man. Sabay-sabay lang kayo maglalakad, then kunan nyo lang kung ano nakikita nyo sa kalye.
Okay.
So, parang naging ganun yung flow ng photo walk ko. Then, I've organized my own photo walk sa Tumblr because people know me talaga, litrato ni Juan. Gugulat nga ako, may pa rin nag-approach sa akin, ay, kilala ko po kayo from Tumblr, litrato ni Juan. More than my Instagram ngayon.
Yeah.
Parang, shit, ganun pala karami yung nag-follow sa akin sa Tumblr nun. Pero yun, so, ganun lang yung route na, yung datingan ng photo. So, parang create lang ng photo walk. Then, but, parang what I made it different kasi, parang I made sure na parang magkakakilala yung mga tao din. No? So, it's not just parang random people na magkikita, sabay-sabay tayo maglalakad. Parang it's all about creating a community pa rin, kahit pa paano na parang you need to be able to understand each other, then para mas matuto ka din with other people na kasama sa photo walk, not just parang photographers lang. So, ganun yung ginawa ko for the past photo walks that I've created na way back yun, Tumblr. Then, but when Instagram came, parang medyo nag-iba yung game because dumating na yung different hashtags sa Instagrams like Reflectagram or yung parang yung basta parang Instagram kasi parang it's more of the aesthetics na more than the story. So a lot of people na sinamahan ko sa Instagram photos parang parang gagamitin ka biglang model na parang okay, tumayo ka dito, gawin mo tong post na to.
Okay.
So parang naging ganun na yung flow ng photo sa Instagram, more artsy siya and aesthetics more than the story. So, pero masabi ko pa rin yung photo walk talaga was yung nauna kong ginagawa, which is yung creating stories together na maglalakad kayo. Then, pero ginagawa ko rin naman recently yung with few batches of people lang na nagme-message sa akin na, ay, gusto niyo po, parang nagtatanong sa akin na if I can create a photo walk. So, parang iba naman, ini-invite ko to join photo walks. So, yun, parang ganun ginagawa namin, maglalakad kami. Then, if they have questions for me, or they want to know more about the place or basics in photography, they can approach me naman. So parang ganun. Pero yung plano ko talaga before this ECQ, meron na akong plano to create an event talaga na parang it's a walking class. So it's a photo walk /tour / parang walking /class nga na parang I'll explain things about the place, then parang I want to make it fun, then at the same time, I want people to learn about photography, especially street nga. So yun. Parang ganun siya.
Yun yung maganda. Di ba? You just don't teach them how to take photos, pero at least they will establish a connection between the place and the photo that they're gonna take. Kasi meron silang idea kung ano yung history nung lugar na yun. And for me, Manila will always have a special place in my heart kasi there is basta may kakaibang ganda si Manila eh. I mean, may sarili siyang mystique eh. Lalong-lalo na, ang tawag dito, lalong-lalo na ako medyo nerdy, medyo, yan isa sa mga kinaka-nerdoksan ko eh. Like yung mga, the small pieces of history ng Manila. Kasi there are so many good stories about Manila. There are so many historical places. And ako na rin naman kasi I really advocate for people to not just limit themselves on what they read on history books in school, pero there are so many other stories kasi. There are so many and you'll definitely hear and understand more if you join these activities. Like yung mga naalala ko noon, nagka-Carlos Celdran pa kami. Yung mga Intramuros, yung mga Walk This Way niya, yung mga Imelda features niya, it was so educational. Now, as someone who walks around Manila a lot, and the photos that you take, how do you feel about uh, certain establishments or certain pieces of history na they're being taken down, imbes na i-renovate at i-preserve natin, gigibain na lang. Di ba, there are so many places around Manila, di ba? So like ikaw,
Yeah.
how does it feel na being someone who is emotionally attached to that for sure? Di ba? Yun yung ano yung nakaka-hassle about it?
Yeah. So, ayun nga, yung Manila, yun nga, sabi mo nga, parang Manila have this, parang, a different impression with other people na dark, ang gritty, hugad na mga magnanakaw, ganyan. I mean, I know a lot of people na ganun yung impression nila with Manila, na parang takot na takot sila. Pero kaya, every time I bring in people sa Manila, parang I wanna change their mindsets talaga, na parang, hindi ganun si Manila, ito si Manila, na parang, it's very color. Yun nga yung pagka-dark, hindi man dark, pero the way it's so busy and ang gritty niya, that makes Manila really beautiful for me.
Yeah.
And very colorful, na parang without those, parang wala yung buhay. Then, ayun nga, na parang yung ito nga, since taga Parañaque ako, so parang yun yung na-miss ko talaga yung ingay ni Manila for the past ilang months. So, ayun, then, yung sabi mo nga, when it comes to the historical sites, parang I always bring people kasi whenever people ask me to tour them sa Manila, I always bring them sa either Intramuros or Binondo and Escolta. And yung 3 chunks na maraming historical structures, like very luma, andun yung, basta ang dami. Then, nangyari, ito na yung parang unti-unti nang nire-reclaim ni Manila. I'm not sure if it's a private, pero alam ko under Manila government na kasi karamihan ng mga historical sites. And just like this one, yung Capitol Theater na recently nasira during the ECQ pa, so super hirap. Kasi parang without those, parang nawala na yung identity niya eh. So parang babalik na sa sino Pinas ba si Manila, parang ito yung ibang personality in Manila na parang inalis mo sa kanya. So ang sad lang na they're pushing for developments. Kung tatawagin ba natin developments, yung mga condominiums na itatayo. So sayang talaga with the history na parang pwede pa sana mapakita sa future generation. So I hope they preserve more na buildings na yun ako naman yung natitira ngayon. Kasi yung alam ko yung with Capitol naman before kasi initially was they were planning to save yung facade and yung main structure. Well, as of the moment, nung nakita ko, parang meron pa naman, pero I don't think tatagal yon given na magtatayo ng condominium sa area. So, baka tanggalin din.
Di ba?
So, ayun. So, sana todo push naman yung mga tao with comes to advocating these buildings. Pero, ayun lang, sad lang for na yung government has this parang not enough initiative to protect these sites talaga. Hindi na nakikita yung value.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kasi you go, ako whenever we have like friends who are visiting from other countries, I always tell them, they always ask us na parang, is Manila worth going to? Sabi ko, you want to see the entire historical timeline of the Philippines, you go around Manila.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, you go around Manila, you'll see all the American influences, the Spanish, what the Spanish did to us, and then you go to Binondo, that's Chinatown, diba? And everything has a historical relevance as to why they are there, and the roles that they played in order to mold the entire city into what it is today. So ako rin naman parang there's a sentimental part of me na parang okay, nakakalungkot naman na instead of saving these, kasi they're very, ano sila eh, how do I put this? architectural wonder sila eh. Biruin mo, merong several influences in each building, 'di ba? Pero since
Totoo.
parang nakakainis lang na parang since hindi cost efficient na i-maintain yung building, it's easier to tear it down and then just build another one. When if you go to other countries, like for example sa Singapore, they can keep the facade tapos ang sisirain lang nila yung loob. May ganung
Yeah.
technology na sila. So sana I hope that methodology uh uh comes here or
Magstay
baka
dito, no?
mag
Yeah, oo nga eh.
kasi feeling ko ito yun eh. And I think this is where photography and different campaigns can do so much or do a lot in terms of remembering those structures kasi ang ganda niya eh. Ewan ko hindi ko alam kung bakit wala nakaka-appreciate ng ganun. Baka weirdo lang ako. Kasi ako na-appreciate ko yung mga ganong, like for example, nagda-drive around kami sa Manila. Sabi ko, tignan mo yung building na yun. Ang ganda ng pagkakagawa niya. Ito yung architectural, niyan. Ito yung era na ginawa yan. And there are so many buildings like that around Manila. And all you have to do is
True.
just look up. Diba? All you have to do is look up. You just look up and just yung mga buildings naman kasi na yun, sana naman linisin nyo. Tangina naman, lilinisin nyo. Paano ma-appreciate kung madumi, di ba? Paano ma-appreciate kung malikabok, di ba? Feeling ko, I don't know kung nakapasok ka na ba dun sa yung it's like Cafe 1901 or Cafe basta it used to be the building of HSBC and then they refurbished and said
Grand Cafe.
Yon, Grand Cafe. Nadadaanan ko siya eh. Dati it was an abandoned building and then apparently the people who bought it decided to renovate it and that's a very good example, 'di ba? They kept the integrity of the design. Pero when you go inside, it's modern-ish eh, 'di ba? Yan yung mga parang
ganun yung sana gawin pa nila. Like yung especially El Hogar na super tagal na pinaglalaban din ng mga tao.
Oo naman.
Ang labo kasi nung may-ari eh. So I'm not sure pa kung paano magiging ganap doon.
'Di ba? O kayo po mga old rich of Manila, sana naman po, okay? Kayo pong mga mga original Conyos of Manila, yung may mga coat of arms ang pamilya, sana po pag napanood nyo to, keep the design. Okay? Keep the design.
Yes.
'Di ba? In a world, I think ito kasi yung mga tito tita lolo lola po. Nasa panahon po tayo ng pictures. So isipin niyo na lang po, keep the features of the building kasi maganda po. Isipin niyo na lang sisikat yung building kasi maraming magpapa-picture doon. Pag maraming magpapa-picture doon sa building, maraming pupunta doon sa building. Hindi naman nila kailangan pumasok sa building, kailangan lang nila magpa-picture dun sa building. And then, since marami nagpapa-picture sa building, you can create that to boost your brand. You can use that aesthetic and tell whoever it is na parang, hey, our building is worth going to because look at said hashtag. Diba? There are so many cultural treasures in the Philippines. And ako, I always love seeing photos of Philippine structures kasi it makes you proud na okay, this is a part of your heritage, this is part of your country's history and it's there, diba? And it's there. So it's very nice that people are still taking photos of it. So kahit kami kasi for example, kami pag naglalakad kami in Divisoria, I'm like, this is not you don't just go to Divisoria to shop, diba? If you walk around, there are really old buildings. Like di ba sa Binondo, Ongpin area, like even if you go on the side streets, pag tumingala ka, ang dami-daming old.
Ito nga recently lang nung naglakad ako sa Divisoria last week. So parang ang daming beses ko na dumadaan, pero dahil super walang ganap sa baba, parang first time ko tumingala, nakita ko yung buildings, parang what? The first time ko kinunan actually, parang nagulat ako, but very, alam mo yung kamukha niya actually yung UST building. So parang nagulat ako ganito pala.
Diba? Yung pa naman yung next question ko eh, diba? You walk around Manila's a lot. Are there new discoveries or are there still places that you find new things?
Yeah.
Diba? Parang,
dami talaga.
Dami. So, and then, for people that want to get into photography and they want to either use their phones or via camera, Like, what can you tell the beginners, like people who are starting from zero?
Beginners. Uh, if from zero, can use whatever you have. I mean, it's not about the gear. It's about, well, medyo gas-gas na, pero it's all about your eyes talaga. So
Mm-hmm.
if you only have your camera, cell phones with you, try to maximize yung cellphone mo kasi enough na rin. I mean, may capabilities, may mga cameras ngayon sa cellphone to be able to capture good moments. But if you have the budget naman, maybe you can shift to a mirrorless
Mm-hmm.
na very user-friendly na makikita mo kagad sa phone mo yung result. You can transfer the
Mm-hmm.
photographs. Tapos, ayun, and as a beginner, maybe you can start shooting kung ano lang yung within your reach. Huwag kayong mag-achieve kagad na parang hindi nyo kaya or i-push nyo sarili nyo sa labas. Kung takot na takot naman pala kayo, huwag nyo na
Mm-hmm.
gawin. So, try to shoot muna available sa area, especially now na ECQ, di ba? So, parang try to bring out yung creativity sa inyo by shooting random stuff around your house. So, I think yun muna yung best nila gawin ngayon. Then, if medyo pwede na lumabas talaga, or if confident, or if may gagawin kayo sa labas, try to maximize. Ako kasi ginagawa ko, I have work as a escolta.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why I was able to go to Manila. Then, sumasabay din ako sa dad ko kasi ang hirap din ng commute eh. So,
Yeah.
nakikisabay lang ako sa kanya ng travel to Manila. So, since work ko is around 9 o'clock, just like what I did for the past 365 days, I made sure na makashoot na ako ng morning para tapos na. Then,
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, meron ako mapopresent na photos sa audience
Mm-hmm.
ko. So, around 6:30, nag-start na ako mag-shoot. Then, for kahit 30 minutes lang na lakad-lakad sa Manila, you'll be able to capture lots of things na. So, ayun, siguro if nakatira kayo sa area na okay naman, then maybe you can go out, make sure lang na safe dapat,
Mm.
and wear a mask. Then, ayun na, parang shoot, pitik-pitik, pitik-pitik lang kayo sa paligid nyo. Then, ayun na, then gawin nyo lang yun araw-araw as long as may time kayo. Tapos makikita nyo na yung improvement sa photography nyo. So,
Mhm.
practice talaga. And yeah, if phones
Ito
lang
pala,
talaga,
meron ako
then
na ano nito eh.
phone lang.
What do you call this? Do you take several snaps and then choose one photo that is your money shot, or do you go to a specific angle, go to a specific subject, and you know right in your head na it's your money shot?
Ako kasi with, excuse me, with street photography, very by chance lahat ng mga ganap eh. So
Mhm.
since medyo naaral ko na yung streets ng Binondo, Escolta for the past 365 days,
Mhm.
even last year. So ang nangyari, parang I was able to study kung saan yung where the sun hits best ng ganitong oras. So
Mhm.
parang kagaya ngayon tuwing morning, I made sure na parang dito ako pupunta sa area na to kasi alam ko meron ako makaka-capture na maganda dito with this good lighting.
Mhm.
Then at the same time, parang yun yung two things I consider talaga when it comes to photography, street photography. Lighting, if wala
Mhm.
akong mahanap ng magandang subject,
Okay.
and subject na may story. So yun lang.
Okay.
So kahit pangit yung lighting, basta may story. Yun. So yung dalawa lang yung pinagpipilian ko. Kasi parang yung pinakamadali dito for me is the lighting part. Kasi parang as long as you know where where yung area na maganda yung ilaw, lalabas at lalabas na maganda yung photograph mo as long as merong
Mhm.
dadaang subject regardless kung ano man yan. Basta maganda yung ilaw. So parang yun yung minsan in a way pa nagiging pandaya ako sa pag-share. So parang sinechempan ko lang na pala yung when it comes to street photography, very patient ka dapat because pag
Okay.
naspata mo yung isang area, parang ako kasi parang hindi ako nakontento na parang okay na ako dito sa dumaang to. What if meron pang better na dadating na subject? So yun
Okay.
yung mindset ko lagi.
How do
Kaya I
you
always
Gaano katagal per area? No, I mean, the shortest and the longest that you've done before.
definitely Binondo and Escolta.
Mhm.
Kasi I mean I'm from there. I mean malapit lang yung house din sa area na yun. So and I also go to work sa Escolta and
Mhm.
yun nga super if you wanna experience Manila na very photographer friendly. That those are the two places talaga where you can shoot freely. And Quiapo, I mean, well, wala pa naman ako masamang experience with Quiapo, pero I'm sure lots of people medyo ilang pa, but people there are quite friendly, especially pag tinutok kami ng camera, mag-smile lang yung mga tao.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, yun, kwento ko na rin na parang ethics na rin when it comes to photography. Pag gumano na yung tao, pag no, then you should stop taking photographs. So, ayun yung parang nagiging determining factor ko pala when shooting people. Parang, if they saw me shooting them, I smile back kasi wala nang time to communicate with them eh. So, parang only way to communicate with them na ginagawa ko is to smile. Then if they smile back, then parang it's a good sign for me na okay yung ginawa. Okay lang na na-shoot ko sila. But if I see them na parang pangit na reaction, stop, then
sumimangot ba't mo sila kinuha ng picture? Pero I mean Filipinos in general, diba? Filipinos in general, they like they don't mind or they like their photos being taken. Pero at least those are good spots for people to really start with their photography journey. And then ang tawag dito, bro, let's wrap this up. Where can people find you and any projects that you are like working on right now you want to promote?
Alright, so they can find me on Instagram, so at Sinusiwan, at Litrato ni Juan. And they can also check out the other pages that I manage at Sinopinas and at Yabang Pinoy. They can also visit my website, www.litratonijuan.com. So, ayun, then for projects, so abangan lang nila yung current event project ba? The current campaign namin with Sinopinas starting tonight or for the whole months of July, August, and September. So it's gonna be Sandaang Liham, Kumusta Ka Pilipinas. Then for Yabang Pinoy, we have this project called Concepts. So it's a virtual talk din naman siya, wherein we talk with different creatives. So, ayun, yun pa lang naman.
Si Yabang Pinoy pala, what is Yabang Pinoy all about?
So it's
I see it on Instagram.
It's an NGO promoting anything local. So, yun nga, ginagawa namin for the past, we promote bazaars talaga. So, local brands. Then, we also create music events, film events, na within na panay local lang din. So, ayun. Then, for this one, sa July, parang it's our first virtual event naman. So, makipag-usap kami sa different creatives. So, nandun sina Makitong ng Ligo, sina Leroy New na isang artist. So, different creatives. So, ayun.
Sige.
Then, for personal project, kape lang. So, abangan nyo lang stories ko lagi. And
yes!
yoga.
Yes! I always do. The coffee videos, the yoga videos, something that it's all parang feeling yung algorithm ko siguro doon na nakikita lagi ito yung pinapanood mo lagi mga ito. I always get my daily coffee dose ng Instagram stories galing kay dito kay Alexis. So bro, thank you again so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this again
thank
for
you then.
sure. Super enjoyed doing this, and then and with that, that's what Coach Franco says. Bye-bye.
Coach Franco Says would like to thank our partners for making this episode possible.
Be in the moment. It's the only thing that matters. Beware the robot face. Knots and crosses. Place your orders on their Facebook and Instagram pages. Gatorade. Because nothing beats Gatorade. Community and culture. Just good vibes in the local jiu-jitsu scene. Visit Ikiro Collective at ikiro.ph. Simply better dentistry. Designer mouth guards and the best dental service in the heart of Makati. Visit the Santos Dental Group and Oral Surgery Center. Book an appointment on their Facebook page. Beat bacteria and viruses the natural way. Get Nano Silver Immune Support Supplement. Order your bottles on their Facebook and Instagram pages. Come check out the local martial arts scene here in the Philippines. Visit Local MMA on Facebook and listen to one of my favorite podcasts, Destroy MNL. My life is about providing value and helping others achieve their goals. Please Help me make more podcast episodes, video tutorials, and educational content that will benefit everybody. Support this channel by clicking the link in the description box. Thank you for your support, and I will keep making content that matters. So that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. Alexis Lim is such one of the, idol ko yan. So I hope you really enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. So that's it for now. Bye-bye.